I was brought up on a sheep farm, and one of the most fascinating features of that farm was the tracks the sheep made across the paddocks. Right in the middle of a field, you'd find this narrow, well worn path pressed down by hundreds of hooves, over and over, until the ground itself had changed shape. One sheep after another walked that path, each hoof pressed down the soil a little bit more. Come with me. But here's something that I only learned recently. Sheep hooves leave a scent. There are small glands between the hooves that release a faint, smelly fluid as they walk. So sheep aren't just following what they can see, they're following what they can smell. Two senses both saying the same thing. This is the way, walk in it. That's why habits are so hard to break. They're not just a decision you keep making, they're a path your whole self has learned to walk, visually, physically, even chemically. By the time you're trying to stop, the ground is already worn down and the scent is already there, calling you back to it. Thought habits are particularly hard to change. There is the little formula E+R equals O. Event plus response equals outcome. Something happens to us and we respond to it a certain way and we get a certain outcome. It's a pathway in the brain. If we want a different outcome, then we have to choose a different response. Ask anyone who has fought an addiction or tried to break a habit they're ashamed of, and they'll tell you exactly how hard it is to get off the path, even when they want to. It's it's not just the obvious things like alcohol, drugs, or a porn. It might be shopping, hoarding, comfort eating, procrastination, lying, stealing. The list goes on and on. Different paths, same mechanism. Every time we walk it, it gets that little deeper, a little easier to fall into without noticing, and a little harder to climb out of. This is exactly why groups like Alcoholics Anonymous exist and why they work. They understand something crucial. The path into a destructive hole is well worn, but there is also a path back out. People have walked out of those holes, dark holes before. The way out has been walked so many times that it too has become a path, one you can find and follow and trust. To break free from the grip of these old paths, we need others to walk alongside, other sheep who have been there where you are, others who know the dark valleys and the challenges before you hit them because they've been there, done that, and got the t shirt to prove it. Here's the thing that trips most of us up. We treat a habit like it's a single choice, made fresh each time. But a well worn path isn't a single choice, it's the residue of hundreds of previous choices compacted into something that now feels automatic, almost involuntary. You don't decide to walk the path or the sheep track, your feet just go there. That's why simply gritting your teeth and trying harder so often fails. You're not fighting one decision, you're fighting a groove that's been dug one repetition at a time, sometimes over years. This path is not unique to you. It sounds strange to say, but there's real comfort in it. There is nothing new under the sun. It's all happened before. You scroll the internet and get served eye candy. Ask Samson and David how that pathway ends. Feel a pull towards rigid black and white religious control. Ask Paul about his life before grace knocked him off his high horse. Sit in depression, despair, confusion. Talk to Job. Wrestle with fear and anxiety. Talk to Gideon. Need to check out your priorities. Talk to Mary and Martha. Struggle with taking what isn't yours. Zacchaeus has a story to tell. Doubt everything you believe? Thomas is right there with his finger in the wounds of Christ. The path you're on, whatever it is, depression, anxiety, addiction, fear, panic, grief, a busy and distracted life, has been walked before you. You are not the first person to find it hard. But you can take other paths. You can create new habits, paths that take you to hope. You might like to read and put into practice 4 spiritual exercises from the Bible for mental health. It's a free book that I'd like to give you. I give it to everybody who comes and signs up to my email list. Do you want to change? Some of the habit roads we've walked are deep and long, well pounded, but you can get out of them. Changes can be made. Let's walk a new path together. Follow for more like this.